From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Thursday, January 25th. Fog is the issue this morning. The temperatures, not bad. We're in the mid-40s, but that's part of the problem. We have so much moisture out there on the roads. It's been so cold lately that we just have widespread fog across the state. More than 80 schools have had to delay classes this morning because of the fog. It is going to get a little bit better throughout the day, but it will still be around. Then ultimately, we have some rain that moves in tonight. We're following breaking news this morning in Hancock County, where the sheriff's office says a person is dead after being struck on U.S. Highway 40 by a deputy near Mount Comfort Road. Officials tell us that the deputies were out on the scene looking for a person who had been reported to be lying in the roadway, but there was dense fog in the area this morning, and just before 4 a.m., that person was struck. Investigators tell us it's a man in his 40s. They are working to notify family. At this point, it is not clear if he was dead before he was struck by the deputy, but at this point, investigators are trying to break down what happened. The scene is open to drivers, but investigators are still out there as of 8:45 this morning. IFD says it took more than 100 firefighters to get control of a fire this morning on the far east side. It happened at a race car engine business just after 3:15 this morning near East 30th Street and Post Road. Crews say no one was hurt, but the fire damaged two businesses that share the building. One of the owners tells us that no one was inside when the fire started, but it is not clear what caused the fire in the first place. A child and an adult are hurt after an early morning fire on the northwest side. It broke out at about 2 this morning at the Woodbrook Apartments near 56th and Georgetown Road. IFD tells us the two people suffered slight injuries and should be okay. The child did have to go to the hospital. IFD also says 5 or 6 people will need a new place to stay. Marion County prosecutors are no longer seeking the death penalty against a man accused of killing an IMPD officer. Elias Dorsey is charged with murdering Officer Breanne Leith in 2020. Prosecutor Ryan Mears announced yesterday's decision after Dorsey had 2 psychiatric evaluations. Mears says he does still plan to prosecute Dorsey for murder, attempted murder, battery, and criminal confinement. Last year, Dorsey's defense team filed a motion saying he plans to pursue an insanity defense. From the State House, happy hour is one step closer to coming back in Indiana. A House panel has advanced the measure aimed at boosting business for bars. The bill would let them offer drink discounts for up to 4 hours a day, capped at 15 hours per week. The deals would also have to end at 10 each night. Indiana outlawed happy hour in the 1980s to curb drunk driving and binge drinking. Rob Strong owns the Whistle Stop Inn downtown. He sees a return of happy hour as a benefit beyond beverages.
We have really good food here, so I think our food sales would increase as well. And usually when you discount a drink, you discount a beer in hopes that somebody will buy a whiskey, or you discount a whiskey in hopes somebody will buy a beer.
Those opposed to the bill warn it could lead to more deadly drunk driving crashes and cases of alcohol poisoning. Wish TV is your education station. Lawmakers are also advancing a bill to add surveillance cameras in certain areas of special needs classrooms. The Education Committee pushed the bill forward. It requires cameras in seclusion areas. These are places in classrooms where children can be isolated if they're having behavior problems. Some parents of special needs children say having this video would make them feel better.
My child being supported properly? Are they safe? Are they having their needs met? And when your child can't communicate that to you in a very clear and direct way, you often have to investigate and dig and figure out those things on your own.
Schools would be required to keep the recordings for at least 60 days and make them available upon request by a parent or teacher. The bill will now head to the full Senate for further consideration. Schools in Carmel are using the total eclipse in April to shed light on education, specifically Carmel High School's planetarium. Educators say it's a perfect way to teach students about space and the eclipse. Most of central Indiana is in the path of totality on April 8th. The Carmel Planetarium director wants as many people as possible to enjoy it while staying safe.
It's kind of a misconception, kind of widespread, that the sun is never safe to look at. During totality, like we're going to have here in central Indiana, we can look at the sun.
He says you should, of course, wear special glasses to look at the sun as the moon moves in. The Pacers Sports and Entertainment CEO is retiring. Rick Fuson made that announcement yesterday after 40 years with the organization. He plans to officially step down on June 18th. Fuson joined the Pacers in 1984 as the director of special events. He moved into the CEO role in 2022. Officials say he will stay on as an advisor to Herb Simon. Here's what head coach Rick Carlisle had to say after the announcement.
A guy like Rick Fuson is a legend. He's a living legend, literally in many, many ways. And so, it's going to be different without him, but I know he'll still be around.
Current president and COO Mel Raines will take over as CEO in June. Myles Turner is thanking healthcare workers for, in his words, keeping Indy going. He went to Ascension St. Vincent's Heart Center in Carmel on Wednesday and gave a team leader known as Coach a custom Pacers jersey. You can see in the video that they posted number 24 on the jersey, and it says Coach. He also handed out other Pacers swag, signed pictures, and gave out some healthy snacks. Turner says the center's staff are vital to the city.
They see us on the floor all the time and whatnot, but these are the guys really behind the scenes that are, keeping Indy going and whatnot. Anytime you have an issue, these are the first people you call, and they're right there at all times of the day and any day of the week. So just to have their reliability and just to know that, our patients, our city is in good hands, it's amazing.
Turner's visit is ahead of American Heart Month, which starts next week. New this morning, fresh off a college football title, former Colts quarterback Jim Harbaugh is returning to the NFL. The Los Angeles Chargers have hired him as head coach. Harbaugh led Michigan to a national championship this month after 9 seasons at the helm. He served a stint as the 49ers head coach before that. Harbaugh's move to the Chargers brings his pro career full circle. He ended his playing career with the team in 2000. Wish TV is your education station. This month's Golden Apple Award winner helps students and peers think in new ways. She's a Hamilton Southeastern first grade teacher and specializes in getting students to reach their highest potential. Here's a sneak peek at her story. Inside New Britain Elementary School in Fishers, there's a first grade teacher. Show me how to raise your hand again. Students of all ages love.
An amazing teacher who loves students. She's nice, and she always helps us when we need help.
Every single one of her students loves her, and we know that she loves us as well.
And that love from this teacher lasts for years. Mira Parab is in the 3rd grade, but still stops by her class every morning.
She's my favorite teacher, as I mentioned.
How come?
Mostly because of the fun activities and learning. She pushes us toward learning, but not aggressively. She does it slowly and steadily.
She makes learning fun, and they don't even know that they're learning.
Fellow teachers say she even encourages them to think outside the box.
She makes all of us here be better.
She's something special.
Alicia Prunier's son is in 1st grade.
She's setting these kids up to have a lifelong love of learning, and I couldn't ask for anything more than that as a parent.
So she wanted to say thank you and sent us this nomination for the Wish TV Golden Apple Award.
A talented educator and uses her innovation and creativity each day with every one of her students.
You nominated her for the Wish TV Golden Apple Award. How come?
Because she's such an extraordinary teacher. The way she sparks curiosity and joy in my own son and all of her kids that she has is extraordinary.
So we went to surprise her. Hi, I'm Hannah with Wish TV. You can see that full surprise and meet this month's Golden Apple Award winner tomorrow morning right here on Daybreak. The Federal Aviation Administration finally approved a set of inspection criteria for Boeing's 171 grounded 737 MAX 9 planes that, if followed, could return the aircraft to service. But the company faces yet another investigation into safety issues. The FAA says it would not grant any production expansion of the 737 MAX lineup while its safety probe of Boeing continues. Each one of the 171 grounded planes must be inspected, including the bolts, fittings, and guide tracks for door plugs, the piece that flew off that Alaskan Airlines plane earlier this month. Chipotle is looking to hire 19,000 additional employees for what it's calling peak burrito season. It apparently runs from March to May and has historically been Chipotle's busiest time. Company says it typically sees its highest volumes of sales during the spring due to seasonal factors like weather. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com or follow us on Facebook for more information.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.